Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to September's wrap-up. Now, of course, as you've been hearing me say every day for the last 30 days, it was 30 Days of Sketches Series 8, and it was Scraptember. So right there, we had 30 projects and a video every single day. Now, most of all of the series and collaborations, we combined them with the 30 Days of Sketches. Stretch Your Sketch, excuse me, Stretch Your Sketch, Christmas in September. I even combined it for the most part with Build a Page. So I only did one additional project, so 31 projects this month, and that was for the lovely Sarah Scraps Stepping Up, sort of school-themed or learning-themed hop that we had. So I have 29 of those projects here to quickly go through with you, because 2 of them have already made their way into my grandniece's, the eldest, her album, and it was given to her at the end of August for her birthday. They do have videos here, and I will put the photos of those 2 at the end of this video, just to remind you. One of them is that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous wreath, which I think was day 11, that I did with all sorts of Nicole Jones 911 digiprints. And the other one is fairly early on, because I did them both fairly early in August. Now, I have 2 8.5 by 11s and 4 double page 6 by 8s, and the remainder of the projects are 12 by 12. Now, you know, I've been really enjoying, as I always do, my lovely sequins, the Nicole Jones 911 digiprints, my Fox box, and therefore the lovely acrylic perspectives, and of course the lovely Dottie About Flair Flairalicious pieces. So I think the majority of my layouts have 1 or more of those items featured. So I'm going to go quickly through, because of course every single project has a video, and I have a 30 Days of Sketches Scraptember playlist, which I will put down in the description box below, or maybe in one of those cards, or, well, it will definitely be linked in that little end screen here at the end, because I always, throughout the month, I've put that playlist there so that you could see as it went on. So these are in no particular order, so I'll just go to it. This was for this. Now, hang on. Let's just put all of this over here for now and bring in the 6 by 6. This one was for Stretch the Sketch this month, that we do on the 3rd Sunday of every month. So I took a 12 by 12 sketch, stretched it over 2 pages, but shrunk the format to 6 by 8. And the prompt on this one was to use something very old from our stash, and that's what these flowers are. I've had those for 10 years if I've had them for a day. I may not remember the prompt on every single one, but when I do, I will let you know. Then we had this one, which is using the lovely Lemon Zest, the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Lemon Zest collection, Chopin approved. This is going to go into my all things lemon, lemonade, summer beverages, cocktails, granitas, everything lemons this summer. So this was also a 6 by 8 with my journaling, and this was a sketch, therefore, that I brought over. So following the same principle, I guess, as our Stretch the Sketch. So in a way, I did 4 Stretch the Sketches this month. There you go, Janet. And I love them. Some of the sketches were really perfect to make 6 by 8s with, and all of these lovely, lovely strips of paper. Another 6x8, of course. This one called Fashion Trend. And this, I got my dies out, which is fun. And I remember this one, the prompt was fussy cutting, because I fussy cut these two lovely little bags out of the Simple Stories Safe Travels. And then I got my dies out on this one as well. Some lovely acrylic pieces here. And this one is for my Me, Myself, and I 2021 album. And another one for the Me, Myself, and I 2021 album. This one I have not done the journaling, as I mentioned in the video. This one is very personal to me, so the journaling will be done once I finished all the sharing. Lovely. I use the Simple Stories Safe Travels and Family Fun. I used that a lot this month, and in fact, I've pretty much killed that. I'm going to come back and show you, because if you remember, I did a full prep video for the 30 Days of Sketches series. I'll put that down below as well, or put it up in one of those cards. And I'm going to also do a little bit of a wrap up as far as that's concerned. So those are the 6x8s. Then I had two 8.5x11. And they were back to back, basically, day 13 and day 14. This was day 14. Got some lovely flair on there. The prompt for that was mixed media. This I did a little bit of a real-time process with you, where I came on, showed you the mixed media, and then we played together for a little bit through the door. The photo here, it's a little bit hard to see probably on the camera, but that's a reflection of myself in a door in the sort of outside of the downtown core in Brasov. And I got a couple of flat back brads. As you've heard me say, I love combining them with flair and therefore getting different sizes. And then this one, this is definitely a labor of love, but it's also one of my favorite layouts this month for sure. Am I in frame properly? There we go. Yeah. And this, I did some stitching. I got some flair, some buttons, some gorgeous sequins on here. I think the prompt here may have been stars. So I've got some buttons, and I used my punches as well. And this one I actually Christy gave me the idea for this one. And basically I did half the sketch. I sort of put a line down the middle, and I did half the sketch on this one, and I just love this one. And it reminds me, I think I forgot to put this in the Spread the Sparkle group, although it was not for a design team, it's just an additional layout, but I absolutely love it. I did a little bit of color coding on this, and this will just go in my Switzerland album. So those are the projects that were not 12x12. And now let's take some time and have a look at all these lovely 12x12s. The prompt for this was rainbow. And this I enjoyed sort of practicing a little bit for the challenges that we have going on over in the Dotty About Flair group, all the monochromatics, where I did little color tone on tone embellishing. Just Be You. This is my little Pookie, lovely little corner filled up here. I use this is Vicky Boutin, of course, in the background, which is the Color Study collection. Then I use some of the stickers from the same collection, a couple of Nicole Jones 911 digiprints, some flair, flat back brads. So I just love it. And here on the background, so I used just half the sheet from the Vicky Boutin, and I did a little bit of packaging technique on the background to bring in those same colors. I love this one as well. This was, I believe, day 18 I think this was day 18, a little bit of, and I used my mists on the background in a degradation or an ombre of the various blues and turquoise, and I just used a paintbrush, some splatters, so this layout is fairly simple, double dosed, as it says, lots and lots of gorgeous perspectives on here. So this may have been the prompt for stars, and the other one, when I said it was the prompt, I think it might have been punches. I'm not so sure, but as I say, the playlist is down there and all the videos are up on my channel. This was combined, and this was a Spiegel Mom Scraps DT project, so a fun sort of cheater, not cheater, yeah, cheater, a little bit of a cheater, but a lovely and easy way to get some shakers onto a page, which is basically just using the package as it is with a chipboard frame. So I love these. This idea was given to me, of course, because Crystal uses this technique a lot, and it really makes the most awesome shaker pockets, and they come together in 2 seconds because you basically use the sequin package and stick it to a frame, and there you go. It's all done. And then, of course, I just had a few sequins left in that entire package, so I just dotted them around a little bit. This, I remember flipping the sketch. It was day 17, got a little bit of mixed media as well on the background, and I always have my affiliate link to the Spiegel Mom Scraps shop down below, so if you want to get over there quickly, use my code Moira15, of course, to save on your order. There you go. It's always down below. This was, I think, day 20, Summer Adventures, just a little bit around my own little town. Lovely big title here using my Fox box and a gorgeous big title perspective. The local pool and park. And the story a little bit around this is this park has been here forever. And in fact, it is now maybe 250 meters from where I live. But it is a park that I played in when I was young. So it's been around for a long time. I think the pool might be a little bit newer though. I think they did a new pool at some point. Got some lovely stars, some flatback brads on here, but this lovely title is sort of quite the statement piece on here. This one, there you go. This was a fun one, and this one I sort of had to scramble to do. If you recall, I told you, oh my God, I forgot, and I had to do this sort of late in the evening of the 22nd because this is day 23. It should have been a Build-A-Page. It was not in the end, so I mentioned to you that I owed you a Build-A-Page, and I did that one on day 28. And I'm going to put just a fun little picture at the end of this video as well of my little Pookie inspecting this layout. A lovely Vicky Bouton background, pre-made background here that I received from my dear friend Christy. And I just used a marker and a mask to make these hearts. This is a very simple layout. This came together obviously in no time. It's basically the hearts, the photos. I matted this tag, a title, and really 2 stickers, and one of these gorgeous little flare pieces that my lovely friend Helen sent me. A little Pookie. There we go. This was documenting on to week 2, so the US Open, how we had 3 Canadians moving on to week 2, and how that had never happened at the US Open. Really, Canadian tennis is really coming into its own, and we have some amazing top 10 and top 15 players in the world for sure. A couple of lovely Flairalicious pieces here as well. Now this one, when I put this one up, this is going into my nephew's album, and I showed you all the additional hearts. And then I sort of decided that it was nice and clean and perfect the way it is. And pretty much every single comment was, no, add those extra hearts. So I think I'm going to have to go back and do that. I have some lovely perspectives on here as well. The black stars, gorgeous little Spiegel Mom scrap sequins, and this fun layout using the Simple Story Simple Vintage Lemon Twist, of course, and I used the mask, the same mask here, and just an inking technique around it and it's true, I promised you, I think, didn't I promise you a quick little tutorial on how I did that? I need to come back and do it. It'll be, you know, maybe a 3 or 4 minute video, just so that you can get those little strokes here, which are very, very easy to do. Wander Around Town. This is another fun one, and this one is using the Simple Stories Sun-Kissed collection with a puffy. These two foam stickers are from the Safe Travels. So Wander Around Town, another just fun one of, you know, as the cooler temperatures, we had quite a few heat waves this summer, and as the cooler temperatures finally hit, how I was able to get back into my walks around a local library. They had a little exhibition here of poetry on these colorful little areas, the park again, a lovely little garden just across the street from me here at the residence, perspective, some lovely Flairalicious pieces, and a few more of the lovely puffy stickers and foam stickers here as well. Back to Brasov and the Black Church, and this I did for one of the Nicole Jones 911, one of my design team projects there. And again, Nicole's shop and website is always linked down below, and Moira 10 will get you 10% off your order there on all of the digiprints, but also on the classes. And at the time I'm filming this, I'm not quite sure how long it will still last, so I apologize if it's not there because it's been on for most of the month. She has a 50% sale going on for the bundles, and you can still use the code. Crazy. Lovely. Again, using the Simple Stories family fun here, and a quick little nod to the Safe Travels collection with the travel guide here, as well as this sticker. Love this one. Another Spiegel Mom Scraps. This is a fun one. This was on the 4th of September, and I think the prompt here was hearts. So I got that in, I believe, or was it cut file? May have been cut file, so sure. But this is just a fun photo of my Pookie watching and listening to Sarah Scraps on YouTube. He recognizes her voice. He pops up on the chair and just watches and listens to Sarah. It never, ever fails. And I got tons of fun little shaker pockets here behind these hearts. So sort of a different way of backing a cut file. And then I just put some patterned paper behind some of the other hearts and put the whole thing up on foam. A little bit of mixed media on the background, and that one is done, and I love it. This was day one. This is day one, and the prompt was stitching, so I got some lovely stitching on here, sort of like my little hanging picture wall. Nicole Jones 911 digiprint, perspectives, as well as some Dottie About Flairalicious pieces, more Nicole Jones 911 printables. Love this. And this one is using, of course, my backgrounds. You will notice I have been using those Bella Boulevard Besties like crazy. I absolutely love them. They are my new background obsession. I need to get more. And the family fun here as well. This was day 2. Got some lovely Nicole Jones 911 printables. My beloved, slightly obsessed with Flowers number 5 throughout the month. A first and a normal. A little bit of stenciling here on the background because this Tim Holtz stencil always reminds me a little bit of a tennis net. So I love to use it on tennis layouts. And this was the Wimbledon 2020 final. And one of my favorite designs, an L-shaped type design here as well. Inner City, this I think was maybe day 9. Was this maybe day 9? This is back into the Brashoff album. A little bit of mixed media on the background, since I was using the sort of navy background just to brighten it up a little bit. I used a lovely glacier paste through a stencil, and I journaled in white here and then brought in some very bright pops of colors using scraps for this part of the layout. And the prompt for this one was stickers. I remember that. The prompt for that was stickers. This is the layout I did for the lovely Sarah Scraps hop. That was on the 18th. It was a Saturday. It was on the 18th of September. There is a massive amount of lovely, lovely layouts for that as well. I think we were 30 friends playing along with Sarah that day. I used one of my favorite go-to designs, the L-shaped, some family fun. This is Adela being admitted to McGill. So our prompt was, or our theme was stepping up. And so how I interpreted that was her stepping up and getting admitted to this lovely university, graduating from college before that. So just a fun layout, a little bit of mixed media here through a stencil as well on the background, some printables, some die cuts, puffy stickers, a lovely Dottie About Flair piece as well. So this is another fun one. I love this one. This is a Build-A-Page. I think this was my first layout for Build-A-Page this month, using mainly Rosie Studios and scraps. I used scraps and leftovers as my theme. This was the first layout. This was the second, I think, maybe. I think this was a Build-A-Page. Yes, I think it was the second layout for Build-A-Page. And it's also practice for the Monochromatic. I'm not putting it into the Dottie About Flair challenges because it was just fulfilling already too many roles, and I felt that would be cheating. But I am going to put it up if I didn't already. I'm so behind on posting on Facebook and Instagram. I'm sorry. I've been keeping up here. As I've mentioned, it's been a little bit of a crazy, difficult, and charged time-wise and emotion-wise month in the mum duty field. So I'm behind on posting in the various groups and over on Instagram, but at least I kept up here, and I will try and do some catch-up posts where I have not been able to do that. Love, love, love this layout. I used a Vicky Boutin background. It is a Build-A-Page, but I went into my stash to get this background paper, these beautiful glittery maple leaves that my lovely friend Helen sent to me. That does not belong there at all. There we go. And then a few lovely Flairalicious pieces and some gorgeous sequins. The sequin mix here is Rustic Fence from Spiegel Mom Scraps, where I just popped in some of the gorgeous rusty orange color ones here, terracotta, the yellow little flowers, and one of the gorgeous sequin leaves as well. Christmas in September, which was just this last Saturday. This one will go in my generic album, so you will have seen this type of thing recorded in my December 2020 documented 6x8 album, which I loved doing, but I wanted to get this in my generic album because this is sort of a once in a lifetime occurrence. Well, at least I hope it's a once in a lifetime occurrence about Christmas in lockdown and Christmas dinner, in fact. So Christmas Eve dinner and Christmas Day dinner for me, where I treated myself to sushi and shrimp and scallops and all sorts of seafood. There we go. This was day 26. I believe this will be for my sister from another mister, and it will go into one of her albums. I'll be bringing it to her with a shadow box, some lovely Flairalicious pieces, the Bella Boulevard Besties, of course, and a couple of stickers from the Simple Stories Family Fun. This one was fun because this records, again, another, I'm sure will never happen again, but the U.S. Open, the remnants of the hurricane, and it was just crazy, crazy torrential rain, so they put the roof on, but in fact, the rain was coming in through the sides. Simple Stories Family Fun here as well. I love this one. This is just a fun, bright, and I mean, this is just a crazy, just a crazy, crazy occurrence. So yes, the roof on, but it's still raining. Into Berlin, and this one I flipped. I flipped the sketch, and I know this was mixed alphas. Can't remember what the prompt was for this one. Maybe long title? This was mixed alphas. At least I know this was mixed alphas for sure. And here is the last sort of build-up page, so that when I did my wrap-up on the build-up page, you saw just a little bit of a sneak of that because this one had not actually been published yet, and this was using a lovely page kit that I put together with the Carta Bella Happy Day collection. Lots and lots of fussy cutting, perspectives, flair, few stickers, but lots of fussy cutting on this one for sure. And last but not least, the lovely diagonal design from day 27. I do love that. Is also one of my favorite go-to designs. These gorgeous, gorgeous flowers that my dear friend Helen sent me in my birthday package with, and I went into my stash and got a couple of very old brads and put them through there. And this one turns out to be another monochromatic page for my Norway album. So there you go, my friends, and thank you. Let me again just take a minute for thanking you so much for being here with me for the entire month, for all your support, your encouragement. Some of you have commented on every single video. You are awesome. Awesome people. Many of you have commented on lots of them. I've received lots of new subbies and likes. This community is just awesome. We will have another 30 days of sketches in March. We do it 3 times a year. March, June, and October is our normal schedule. But this year we had to adjust a little bit with all sorts of things going on for Christie's summer, so we weren't able to do June, and then we decided, at least was offered, to combine it with the Scraptember, so that was awesome. So there you go. So 31 projects. Don't forget, just stick around for 2 or 3 seconds. There is going to be the photo of Chopin inspecting day 23, and then the 2 layouts that have already been given to Adela in her album will pop up at the end as well. And I will see you back here very, very shortly, my friends. Thanks so much for being with me, and see you soon.